Hey, what's up everybody? It's Uncle Matt. I am at the Bicentennial Mall. I came down here because Nashville SC dropped off a certain item that I wanted to see in person for myself. And I thought while I'm down here, I'll do a throwback to something I did on the very earliest days of the channel. 2020, started the pandemic. I did a video where I went for a run around downtown Nashville just to see what the weird, empty, abandoned downtown Nashville looked like. I did a second one a few months later when things were starting to kind of reopen and slowly sort of get back to normal. But now everything's like 98.9% back to normal. Maybe one last update. Let's go for a run around the actual vibrant, resurgent downtown Nashville. So we spotted the Nashville SC item we want to check out. We're going to check that out and then we'll go for a little loop around downtown. There it is. About a week ago, Nashville SC did like a tweet where they dropped a pin, had like the little pin emoji and said Bicentennial Mall. And people kind of speculated originally that it was going to have to do with the Jersey release party, but it's just this cool piece of art that they've dropped over here. Jersey release party is actually going to be February 18th, and it's going to be over at the Hilton. I don't know if it's going to be the actual Hilton or if it's going to be in that little green space between the Hilton and Bridgestone, but that's where the Jersey release party is actually going to be. Not here, but this is still a cool piece of art. It's got a little QR code on the side of it. You can scan this and it'll take you to a place where you can like enter to win prizes. So we're going to do that for sure. Well, that was disappointing. Missed out on whatever the contest was. Probably wouldn't have won anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But now we're going to get into our actual run. I think my plan is to run down Bicentennial Mall towards the Capitol, hang a left, go over the bridge over towards Nissan Stadium, run past Nissan Stadium, come back over the pedestrian bridge on the other side, take a peek up down Broadway, maybe look around 2nd Avenue area too, come back over and back down to the Bicentennial Mall where we started. May take some different turns, some different stops around the way, you know. I hadn't planned to do this. I just, when I got down here and was gonna run, I was like, hey, I might as well do a video because I never followed up on the what's Nashville like now that everything's kind of back to normal video. So that's what this is. So let's get running. I lived in downtown Nashville around like 2008, 2009. And that was like right before it got completely overrun by like the insanity of like all the bachelorette parties and everything. I used to always go for long runs around downtown Nashville. It was pretty easy back then because streets and stuff weren't nearly as crowded as they are now. And there weren't all these like hotels and construction constantly going on, shutting down sidewalks and stuff. But the restrooms here at the Bicentennial Mall were always like my go-to like mid-run stop if I needed a bathroom break. And then I'd run up the steps to the Capitol. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm not nearly as good a shape as I was in 2008, 2009 to be able to do something like that. I remember on like the first running videos, wasn't even sure if we should touch these things. Still don't know if I should. It's probably really gross, but whatever. All right, so we've arrived Nissan Stadium. And next season is going to be a very interesting one for this building. Because if everything goes according to plans, by the start of next season, they will have broken ground on the new stadium, which will sit where the parking lot currently is. And as anybody who's been to a soccer game at Geodis Park knows, if you disrupt parking or you don't provide adequate levels of parking, it is quite the cluster. So if the final little hurdles and bills and legislation or whatever get passed for the new stadium, I would anticipate they'll be breaking ground as soon as possible, and that what is now the main parking lot at Nissan Stadium will be an active construction site come the fall, which will make for a very interesting game day experience. Now, if I was the Titans, and obviously I'm not, but before I started on the stadium, I might consider converting one of these like adjacent parking lots into a parking garage. Like before you completely destroy the current, oh, I almost fell, that would have been embarrassing, parking lot over there in front of the stadium. Like right here, lot R is wide open, and you know, I'm not in construction, I don't really know the logistics, but it seems like there'd be plenty of space over here to build a parking garage, which would alleviate a lot of the potential future issues that are coming with the new stadium. Several years ago over here, they hosted a really, really cool event called Super Cool Fun Fest. It was like a full-on 90s theme, like almost festival get-together event thing. And of course, My So-Called Band played it. It was really cool. I don't know if it's come back since, but it should. It was awesome. This is like a great venue space for an event like that. I'd love to see Super Cool Fun Fest come back. You definitely can get some great views in Nashville from up here on the pedestrian bridge. Whew. There's still a lot of construction, but it's a pretty city. All right, so as I mentioned, we've got the jersey release for Nashville SC coming up. They gave season ticket members the opportunity to pre-order the jersey ahead of the actual event, which is on February 18th. I bought mine, and on the pre-order site, when you complete the order, it lists the pickup site as being here, the address of the Hilton. Now, unless I missed it, the team hasn't officially announced that that's the right of the event yet, but it is the address listed for pickup when you buy your jersey on the pre-sale. So I don't know if it's gonna be here at the Hilton or like, probably make more sense to be somewhere more over here in this green space, but that's also like weather would be a big question mark on that as well. So we'll see. We'll be there, and we will definitely have a vlog from that. So make sure you're subscribed and don't miss it. It is super windy today. Holy crap. One thing that's new, or at least new-ish to me, I'm sure it's been going on for a while, but I have mostly avoided downtown Nashville over the last 2 or 3 years, but these little food carts being everywhere. There's gyro and falafel stands everywhere. They didn't have these that much back in the day, and now they're like everywhere. I'm gonna try one sometime. Not today, I can't eat a gyro in the middle of a run, but I'm gonna try a Nashville food stand sometime in the future. All right, so this is the former Joe's Crab Shack, which, according to rumors, in May will be reopening as a bar sponsored, named for Barstool Sports, a sports media company, pretty popular with the kids. So we'll see what becomes of this. We're gonna have to go to a concert at Ascend this summer. It's been far too long. I don't remember the last time I went to Ascend for a concert. Here is another thing that could help with the potential parking transit issues that the future stadium may have. Music City Star. There is a station right by my house that I could utilize, and I have done it before. It's a pretty cool thing, taking the train into town for games. It'd be cool if they were able to expand that. I've always wished we had something like the MARTA system they have in Atlanta. That super easy to navigate Atlanta thanks to that. We need something more like that. Here's your look down Broadway. You can hear the honky tonks rolling. It is crazy to think that this was just completely shut down and abandoned. And now it's an even worse cesspool than it was during the pandemic. Broadway is gross. Can we bring back river stages? That was so cool. It had like multi-stage concert festival right here on Riverfront Park. Like, here's where like the first place I ever saw Paramore was like River Stages one year. It might not have been called River Stages the year I saw them. It might have been something different by that point in time, but bring it back. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who I'm asking to bring it back, but somebody needs to bring it back. This is a look at the backside of the stretch of 2nd Avenue that got just wrecked by the Christmas Day bombing. Whew, man, it is insane that nobody other than the bomber himself was killed in this. Man, I miss my Rodizio. Last little stretch of our run, bringing us over by First Horizon Park. I almost said Greer Stadium. I miss Nashville SC being over here. Just because Germantown has grown up into such a cool little neighborhood. And Geodis Park as a stadium is awesome. It's brilliant. I'm so glad we're there. But the surrounding area, the infrastructure, the neighborhood, if you will, WeHo, needs some work. We need some more restaurants. We need some more bars. We need some more cool places to go hang out before and after games over there. It'll get there soon. All right, it's getting a little later. You can see they've got it lit up now. I've seen some pictures some people have grabbed over here when they've come over at night, and this thing looks really good at night. Glory Music City. More of this to come shortly on the channel. Stay tuned. All right, easy little 5-miler. Really nice to be able to just kind of stop, take your time, see the sights, make observations. Okay, well that does it. Fun little jog around downtown Nashville. Good to see the sights. Good to see the city thriving again. Broadway back, popping, for better or worse. I'm gonna lean worse on that one, but it was fun. I miss living down here. I used to do these type of runs every single day, but like I said, also it was a lot easier to go for a run in downtown Nashville back then when the streets weren't chock full of bachelorette parties and entertainment vehicles weren't running people over. But enjoyed my time, enjoyed my day. Hope you enjoyed watching. Subscribe to the channel, turn the bell on for notifications so you get all future updates to the channel, including all of the big Nashville SC content that's coming. We've got the jersey release party on February 18th. I will be at the She Believes Cup, which is coming to Geodis Park on February 19th. And then 1 week later, February 25th, NYCFC comes to Geodis Park for the season opener against Nashville SC. I'll probably have a season preview video out at some point in time in the next week or so. I would have to think there will be, or at least I shouldn't say think, I hope we'll get some other kind of season kickoff events from Nashville SC in the build up to that first match. I hope it's not just the jersey release and then we just sit on our hands until game day, because we need to get the city hyped, we need to get people ready for it. It was, probably easier last year because the first game, home game, wasn't until May, so you had like a lot of time to kind of build up and get everything ready for it. It's gonna be weird going to home games in February again. It like might actually be cold. I think I wore shorts to every single Nashville SC game last year. That might not be the case this year, but only way you'll find out if I wear shorts to every single Nashville SC game this year is if you subscribe to the channel with the bell turned on for notifications, because we will be at every single game unless something else comes up. I think I missed like 1, maybe 2 games last year. So, more to come. Glory Music City. All right, this is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This is why we run. It is National Pizza Day after all. Oh yeah, look how good that looks. All right, we've got ourselves pizza. I've had this a million times, so this isn't like a first sample review. Good fold, nice looking undercarriage. I can tell you already, as an honorary New Yorker, this is the best pie you can get down here in Nashville. Although I have seen there is like a new company that has a water filtration system that they claim can turn water into New York water, thus being able to replicate the dough you get for pizzas and for bagels and other type of things like that. So good New York pie right here in Nashville. Sal's, 1 bite, everybody knows the rules. Crust could do with being a tad bit crispier, but otherwise
It's 2 bites.
good. 7.3.